In today's video, I'll be putting Hart's tire inflator up against Ryobi's tire inflator and seeing which one's better. Let's go ahead and get started. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the channel. If you're new here, definitely consider subscribing. So today I'll be putting Hart's tire inflator that I got from Walmart. It's a 20-volt system. They have a lot of new products, and I wanted to actually test it, see how it is. I had to buy the battery separate, which it is now fully charged. I wanted to make sure this was fully charged to get a proper video for you, but I did do an unboxing, so I'll put that clip here. And then we will air it up. It says it can air up to 150 psi in under 7 minutes from completely flat to full. We don't need 150 psi, but we'll see how good it works, and definitely just going to do a review on it. So we'll go ahead and open this up. And it's always good to have one of these X-Acto knives. And it looks like a pretty strong construction and design. So we're going to go ahead and cut this open and get to work. Well, that was really easy. That razor blade's super sharp. Be careful, guys. Always point it away from you. I think it already comes pre-charged, but we might have to charge it. We'll find out whenever we hook it up to this. I figured I'd do a review because a lot of people have been asking me about these, and I don't know how good they work, so this is both a learning experience for me and you. Unless you already have one, then you should probably already know, but it looks pretty nice, and it has a different tip, a couple different tips to inflate like basketballs and stuff like that. So we'll plug it in and see how it is. Now that we got the unboxing out of the way, what we're gonna do is we have the Ryobi fully charged and the Hart tire inflator fully charged, and I'm gonna take this valve core remover and I'm gonna let the air out of the front tire. And once the tire is completely out of air, we'll put the valve core back in, and then we will air it up with the Hart tire inflator and see how long it takes, and if it the digital display, and see how everything works on it. And then we will do the same process again. Then we'll take the valve core back out, let it go completely flat again, put it back in, and do the same with the Ryobi and see how long it takes and how loud everything is and see how good it works. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started. Okay, so that took 4 minutes and 28 seconds to go from completely flat to completely full. So if you didn't hear, here's another sound test. It seems to be pretty strong still, so it lasted through the entire tire, so it at least does one. Now we're gonna compare the Ryobi, so we're gonna let the air back out, but we're gonna do a sound test on this one. Ryobi is much louder. It doesn't have a digital readout, but one of the things I do want to test is to see if the tire pressure in the tire matches what the inflator says. So I'm going to test it using this one, and then we will test it with an actual tire gauge. So we'll see where it's at. It should say 35 psi. I know you probably can't really see that, so I'll zoom in real quick. Alright, so if you can see that, it says 40 psi. So it says that we're about 5 psi over. So the Hart wasn't completely accurate, or maybe it's this gauge. So we're going to test it with an actual tire gauge. Alright, so the tire gauge says it is right at 35 psi, so the Hart and the actual tire gauge say the same thing. So maybe the Ryobi gauge is off. So we're going to go ahead and let all the pressure out of the tire again and try the same test with the Ryobi. PSI. We're going to make sure it's actually there. Oh, that's 30, so we need 5 more. Alright, so there's 35 PSI. But as you've seen with this gauge, it said it was at 40 PSI when in all reality it was actually at 35. So this gauge isn't nearly as accurate. But this thing did seem to air up pretty quick. But that took the Ryobi 2 minutes and 53 seconds, and that's with me stopping to check the actual tire pressure to make sure that it's right. So we could probably subtract another 10 seconds. So around 2 minutes and 40 seconds. It was actually pretty fast to go from completely flat to fully aired up to 35 PSI. So I'm really impressed with the Ryobi. The Hart really isn't bad for its price, but the thing that really sucks about the Hart is you have to buy the battery separate, and the battery and charger for this thing was like $58, and then I paid, I believe, $29 for the actual unit itself, and you can get this cheaper than that, and it comes with the battery. So the choice is always yours, but the Ryobi is definitely a good one. I'm not saying Hart is bad by any means, but this one is really accurate with the digital gauge, so I like that about it. And it's pretty light, and it didn't take very long to charge the battery fully. I wanted to make sure the battery was fully charged though when we started this. That way you can get, accurate results. But I'm gonna have to say Ryobi's where it's at. But I will use this at the drag strip. It's super accurate, and it's a 20-volt battery, so it lasts quite a while. So yeah, I just wanted to do this video and let you guys make the choice yourself as to which one you think's better. I'm honestly happy with either one of them, but a huge shout out to my friend Jeremy. He let me borrow his Ryobi tire inflator so I could do this test. So huge shout out to you, man. Thanks so much. But honestly, it's not too horrible, and I love their box cutter. This thing works really good. I mean, the blades are super sharp, which, I mean, it's a razor blade, it should be. But for some reason, this one just seems like a really good construction and design. But that's basically it for this video, but definitely stay tuned, because in an upcoming video I'll be using this lubricity tester to test racing additives, formerly known as Bestline Racing. They changed their name, but it's still the same great product. We'll be using that on this lubricity tester. Now basically there'll be a cup here with some fluid in it from the Bestline, and we got a clean bearing here, and this piece right here will basically grind the bearing. It'll leave a little scratch mark, and that's how we test the film strength of Bestline. This works well with Lucas and other different additives, so we'll try those, and we'll be doing an upcoming video real soon, so definitely stay tuned. But yeah, that's basically it for this one, so I'm gonna go ahead and get off here. I'll see you guys in the next one. Till then, God bless, stay safe, stay awesome.